Hi everybody. So today for our quick energy flow, we're going to get started in a child's pose. So let's come to hands and knees. Taking the knees nice and wide, big toes touch or come close to it. Extend the arms out and then bring the torso down, sending the hips back towards the heels. You can always stack the forearms here and rest the head, or bring a pillow or bolster under the chest here. Just taking a few grounding breaths here. Breathing into those beautiful ocean sounds. And with each exhale, press the hips back a little bit further to the heels if you can, allowing the body to sink on the exhale. Gently rise on the inhale. 3 more breaths like this. Last breath here. Very good. On the next inhale, bring your hands to the mat. Start to lift yourself up into a tabletop position, bringing the knees in about hip-width distance apart here. Shoulders stacked over the wrists. So we're going to breathe through cat-cow. So on the inhale, dip the belly forward. Let the chest extend between the shoulders. Gaze comes up. And exhale, round through the spine, arching up through the shoulder blades, dropping the head down. Inhale, really think of stretching the rib cage away from the pelvis here. And then exhale, rounding through the spine, tucking the tailbone, pressing the ground away firmly. A couple more here at your own pace. And you can really make this your own if there's some additional movements you want to incorporate in. Anything that feels good today. Gently preparing the body for some movement. Last breath and start to make your way back to center here. Very good. Let's curl the toes under and take a big inhale. And on the exhale, we'll find downward facing dog. Pressing the ground away, sending the knees up, the hips up. Just taking a moment here, maybe moving through this if you'd like, or finding some stillness. Couple more breaths here. Inhale, bend the knees. Find your way to forward fold. You could walk your hands forward and your feet forward and your hands back. And then come to the top of the mat if you're not already there. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Gently lift the torso and find a length in the spine. Gaze comes down. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, bend through the knees. We'll find a chair pose here. Swoop the arms back. Find a little seat. Bring the arms up. Squeezing the thighs together for a breath. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Can you feel the ocean breeze? Can you smell the salty air? I'm sending those vibes to you wherever you are. Really finding a rhythm between the inhalation and the exhalation. Finding a connection with the body and the breath. Next inhale, Drop the hands here, blink the eyes open, and we're just coming to a couple of standing postures. So bringing the awareness down to the soles of the feet, we're gonna find some balance here. Coming into one-legged mountain, we're gonna shift the weight into the left foot first, and maybe you kickstand the right foot. And if this is it for you today, if your balance is not great, this is absolutely fine. Just kind of play with coming up to the toes here. If you wanna take an extra step up, find some balance here. Start to lift that foot up off the ground. Find a focal point, something that you can look at for balance. And press the big toe mound down of the standing foot, flexing the floating foot. A few more breaths here. Really root down through that left foot. Maybe lift the right knee up a little higher to be in alignment with the hip. Arms are out for balance, fingers are splayed and full of action. Woo! Step it down when you're ready here. Shake it out. Shake it out. Come back to center here, and we'll find that same balancing posture on the other side. So shift the weight into the right foot this time. And start with your kickstand and maybe stay there. Or lift up, flex that floating foot. Gaze is at your drishti, your focal point, rooting down through all three corners of the balancing foot. Chest comes forward, fingertips are active. One more breath here. Exhale, step it down. We'll shake out both legs here. Very good. Shake out the neck, shake out the arms, and then we'll come back to center here. Coming to the top of the mat. Oh, the ocean is trying to join us. The ocean wants to do some yoga too. We're gonna step back with the left foot for a lunge. So coming into that one-legged mountain first here, if you'd like, or your kickstand. And then we'll start to keeping that leg lifted, bending into the standing knee, shifting that leg back, reaching the toes back for the mat, coming to the ball of the foot if you can, or spinning that heel down for like a warrior one heel if you need to. Sitting into that front thigh, hands come to heart center, gaze comes to the drishti, maybe bending the back leg if you're on the ball of the foot, just for a little stability. Think of magnetizing the thighs together. One more breath here. Hands come to the waist. Step forward, shake out that left foot or that right leg, maybe the left too. And then we'll come back to center and we'll find that lunge on the opposite side. So again, starting with our one-legged mountain, we'll bring our fingertips out here. Find your center of balance and maybe kickstand or lift that foot. One breath here. And then on the exhale, we'll bend the standing foot, shift the floating leg back. Hands come to heart center, reach the toes back, and find your stance here. Adjusting if you need to, sitting into that front thigh. Gaze is on the drishti. Thighs are magnetized together. One more breath. Inhale, hands to the waist. Shift the leg forward. Shake it out, shake it out. Drop the arms down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips, bend into the knees. Hands come to rest wherever they rest. Inhale to halfway lift. Find a lengthening in the torso and the spine. Draw the shoulders away from the face. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose. Swoop the arms back. And then forward or up. Take a seat, squeeze those thighs together. Sit the booty back a little bit more. And on the next inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Very good. Drop the hands down. We're gonna find a warrior two, stepping back with the right foot first. So take your time, find your stance here. Bending into that front knee, and then opening the arms up, dropping the shoulders down, finding a breath here. And then exhale, extended side angle, but let's take a little variation here. Keeping the bend in that front knee, we're going to swoop the arms over to the front like we're reaching for a big ball of energy. And then inhale, bring it up. Exhale, warrior two. Let's find that a few more times. Inhale, reaching forward, keeping the bend in the front knee. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale, reach, grab that ball. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, warrior two. Let's shift over to the other side. So bring the hands to the waist, and we're gonna switch directions, or you can step forward and come back with the opposite leg. Whatever works for your space today. Get your footing together. Bring the arms out to warrior two. Take a full breath here. And on the next inhale, we'll find our reach here, extended side angle. Reach, reach, reach. And on the inhale, lift up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, reach. Stay committed to the bend in the front knee. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, warrior two. One more time. Exhale to reach. Inhale to lift. Exhale, warrior two. Hands come to center here. Let's shimmy the legs back to hip width distance apart, coming to the center of the mat. We're gonna lift the arms up here. And exhale, we're gonna twist the torso over to the right side and drop the arms out. Finding a standing twist here. Holding this for another breath. Inhale, return to center, palms face each other. Exhale, reach the arms out, twist to the opposite side. Really reach, 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 reach. Inhale, back to center, one more time on each side. Exhale, reach. Really expand the heart center here. Spread the fingertips away from each other. Inhale, back to center. One more time. Exhale, reach. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips, bending into the knees. And if your feet are not already a little bit wider than hip width distance, let's wiggle them out a little bit here. And we're gonna plant the right fingertips or palm down to the ground, bending in, or excuse me, the left hand down to the ground, bending into the left knee. And find a twist here. Think of stacking the shoulders, opening up the arm, maybe bringing the chest to the side. One more breath here. And on the next exhale, let's come back to center, and we'll find that on the opposite side. So right hand comes down this time. Find a bend in that right knee. Left arm can stack up, or you can bring it to the hip. Coming into the breath. Reaching up even higher if your arm is extended. Last breath. And exhale, back to center here. Let's bring our hands off of the ground, straighten the legs, and reach for opposite elbows. Just hang out here for a moment. Maybe bring a bend back into the knees. Let the head and neck hang. And gently sway from side to side. Last breath here. And on the inhale, lengthen the legs, hands come to the waist, extend the chest forward, hinge at the hips. Come all the way to standing. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and down the back. Up to the ears and down the back. Let's come into a final balancing posture, stepping the feet a little bit closer together here. And we'll come into our tree pose. So we'll start by rooting down through the right foot, bringing the awareness to the spaces where your ground is, your feet are touching the ground. And then we'll start to kickstand the left leg, and we can bring the heel to the ankle here and bring our hands up to heart center, turning the knee out towards the side. And then if you'd like to bring that foot a little bit higher on the leg, go ahead and try for that now. You can bring it into the calf or the inner thigh, but just avoid the knee joint. So I'm gonna stay here today. I'm gonna keep my ankle, or my heel right on my ankle here. This is challenging enough on this jetty. Maybe grow your tree here if you'd like. Last breath. Exhale, release the hands, release the leg. Shake out the balancing leg here. And we'll start to find that on the other side. So bringing the weight of the body into the left foot this time and finding your variation of tree today, whatever's working with you today. Stand up nice and tall. Eyes closed or gaze comes to the drishti, whatever helps you. Staying connected to that deep breathing. Dropping the shoulders down the back, maybe growing the tree here if you'd like. Last breath here. Exhale to release. Bring the hands down, bring the arms down. Relax the legs, shake it out here. Let's step to the front of the mat once again. Inhale the arms up, upward salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands down, downward facing dog. You can always take this on the knees. Take about 4 breaths here. Relax the neck and the head. Press the ground away. Think of shifting the weight into the heels here. Even if they're lifted off the mat, that's fine. Just press back that direction. Last breath here. And on the exhale, press through the toes, shift your weight forward, slowly with control. Come down onto the knees, and then we're gonna come onto our back. So find your transition here. Laying all the way down. Keeping the knees bent. And walking the heels in a little bit closer to the glutes, just a little bit. We're going to lift our hips up and offset them off to the right and let the knees drop over to the left. Finding a little twist here. And arms can come wherever feels comfortable. You can find cactus arms or extend them overhead. Or just rest them down to the sides, placing them on your body, finding some awareness. Breathing into the beautiful sounds of Mother Nature here in beautiful Newport Beach, California. Really allow that top leg to relax and to open up the side of the body. Inhale, coming back to center here and scooting the hips back to the middle. Walking the heels in again, and this time we'll offset the hips to the left side, dropping both knees in the opposite direction. And just taking a moment here to notice if this side needs different support or if it feels a little bit different. and finding a way to support yourself or accommodate yourself wherever it's needed. Again, relaxing that top leg, thinking of dropping the knee closer down to the ground. Really finding an extension on the side of the hip here. Creating more space for that breath to move through you. Last breath here. And we'll bring our hands down and find center once again, moving nice and gently, scooting the hips back to the middle, and then finding your final Shavasana here in whichever way feels best to you. Maybe lying flat or keeping the knees bent. Closing the eyes. We'll take one last deep breath together with an audible exhale. So good. Now let's allow the breath to return to a normal and natural pace. Just letting it come and go on its own as it does, freely and easily. And taking just a moment here to connect with your meditation, your Shavasana. Maybe peeling back the many layers that you wear throughout the day and coming into your unique true self here. Taking a moment to listen to whatever it is that yourself has to say today, whatever it is that your body has to say that it needs from you. Just allowing yourself to witness that conversation, that guidance. This ends our session today together. I invite you to extend your Shavasana here if you'd like, or pick yourself up and carry on with your day. I hope that you're feeling a little more relaxed and a little more energetic, and I hope to see you next time. If you have any feedback or comments or anything special you'd like to see from me here on Joyn, drop a comment below, and I promise to look at it and get back to you. Again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.